We just came out of seeing Thunderbolts. Jason, myself, Alex is on to the
40
side
deuce.
here in the AMC Times Square where we got 9 times out of 10 come and see a movie. We'll go a few rounds and then give our final score. Jason, what are your, off the top of your head, thoughts on Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts was a lot of fun. It was refreshing. It was it put together a lot of stuff that we've been watching from previous movies and shows on Disney Plus. And they're a pretty great group of characters, and we're gonna do spoilers here. So
yeah, of course,
it's awesome.
always
it's
spoilers.
so awesome
Always spoilers.
that they introduced the Sentry in a very cool way. I mean, and the Void looked amazing. Anyway, so far, I'll say that. It was a whole lot of fun. Yeah.
My initial first round thoughts. I thought that the first act, in terms of this group of heroes that are selected in this movie, getting together, anti-heroes that become heroes by the end. It didn't really work for me. It was more when the Red Guardian was introduced into the group that it really started to kind of gel. It was very cool seeing the Sentry and the way he actually looks and in his suit, very comics accurate with the blonde hair, looked very cool. I wasn't familiar with the Void character. I'm not a regular Marvel comic book reader, so I'm not 100% accustomed to or know the character of the Sentry or even this Void character either. I thought that the Void character looked so cool, all black with those eyes.
Yeah, it's all amazing.
What I don't think was very well done was it just should have said, the movie should have said, hey, I'm schizophrenic, and it didn't really go into that, because I think the character does suffer from that, unless I could be completely wrong. I do not know the whole backstory of the Sentry. I just know that he has mental issues. Jason mentioned and the only exposure that I ever had to the Sentry was when we both read the World War Hulk comic. I know he's very powerful enough to even deal with the Hulk, which he did in that comic.
He's very insecure.
Very insecure, but that's why I felt it kind of didn't do the best job of it being fully explained. But then it's weird because them not fully explaining kind of the Sentry also helped the movie, because this was a very kind of quirky Marvel movie. It's not a regular superhero Marvel movie where it felt almost like Time Bandits-ish,
Yes.
if I could throw it back that far, especially in the end when they go into the Void. But those are my first round thoughts. Jason, I know I said a lot there, but do you have any other thoughts?
Agree with you there with the first act, and it was similar with Sinners, right? The first act was a little
so funny you said that.
too talky, and same with this. It's
did you see Sinners again the second time?
I did in IMAX. In IMAX 70mm film. It was awesome.
Okay, and then what did you think about it the second time?
Oh, it was great.
All right, because
I loved it.
Okay, I may have to see it a second time to gain a better appreciation for it, because I'm going to publish that review soon, and But okay, continue. You were saying that this was similar to Sinners, and the first act was a little talky.
Right. But then, like you said, once the Red Guardian comes,
who's a lot of fun,
and he's great.
He steals the movie.
Perfect role for what's his name, David Arbor.
That's right.
Yeah, man, he has so much fun with that. It is doing the job of moving along the Marvel movies forward. So I felt like this is the first time that has happened in a long time. Where now at the end they're showing a little bit of the Fantastic Four coming along, which is so cool.
So I'm thinking that at the end of Fantastic Four, it connects to this movie.
Yeah, and apparently the Fantastic Four is in a different dimension, right? The new Fantastic Four movie. That's why the Silver Surfer's female there, right? But then it looks like they're coming into this world, so that would be cool, right?
Yes.
I mean, so that's what I'm thinking. This is it's making it quite hopeful. It wasn't perfect. It was a little anticlimactic as well. And the actors are really good. The
actors are really good. Honestly, when they had started having the emotion moments, even when David Harbour started to have his emotion moments in the third act with Elena, I got choked up.
Yeah.
People having their hero moments after being referred to as losers by themselves,
right?
And being referred to as less than, that made the emotion as well. So the movie did do that very well.
And then when they touch the Sentry's hand, they have these flashbacks
of their past and dark memories.
Very dark memories. So, and that was interesting. In fact, I think they could have even went a little more with that because that was, I thought, pretty interesting, you know, in terms of like make that even more of a story. But anyway, it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
Definitely thumbs up. And yeah, hopefully now we're gonna, you know, head in a direction.
We're basically heading in a direction because
right.
with this multiverse thing, it was just kind of introducing a lot.
Yes.
This wasn't really going anywhere. It was
Correct.
introducing a lot of threads that were never pulled on. I still cannot put my finger on it. What is it that I had that it just didn't flow with this movie for me? It's not bad, but it just I just think that the way the Sentry was handled, and also the way he was just went from one point to another point, talking about that he's a god, but then he goes back to Bob. I don't think that was really
I think
well done.
They could have made him more threatening, more scary.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your score for Marvel's Thunderbolts?
I would say 7.8. 7.8.
It was a fun ride.
It was a fun ride. So you know, it doesn't go, I think, above 8. You have characters from Black Widow movie, right? You have Black Widow's sister and father. The guy, what is his name? Who was the Captain America for a little bit?
Yeah, John Walker.
John Walker, right?
Yeah.
And he's great. That's Kurt Russell's son, right?
That's right.
Wyatt Russell.
That's right.
And he's
like a bit of a bonehead.
And purposely, right?
He seems so decorated, but he just seemed like a bonehead. But you're right, it could be his character. And the Ghost character, she was cool too. Taskmaster was in it for a cup of coffee. She gets killed off right away.
Oh yeah, that was
which is unfortunate because
she's really
she has
cool.
some really cool fight scenes.
Yeah,
they just kill off in the very beginning. This is a 7 because this was entertaining. David Harbour stole the movie, but it was good. It was good. It wasn't great.
I know the tomato meter, it's getting really high score. It's got an 89, almost 200 reviewers.
I'm going to be, that's the critics. I'm always curious to see what the
fans say.
No, but
it got 95 of the fans.
Well, let's see after a week or two.
Yeah.
See after a week or two, you know. Because then that'll be more people, the public would have seen it. So then I think, you know, I'm sure it's going to stay high, but did you like this more than Brave New World?
I'd say, I forgot my score with that one, but I'd say they're different, but almost the same. It's really interesting.
For me, I think Brave New World was more fulfilling. This one was very fun, a lot of it really good. So I'm home, and I'm currently recording this on June 12th. That review that Jason and I did for Thunderbolts, we recorded that May 1st, 2025. So I'm doing this little extra video to report how the movie did box office wise, and also as of this date, June 12th, 2025, the current Rotten Tomatoes score. Let's go into that right now. So here on Rotten Tomatoes, seeing the current tomato meter score on Thunderbolts, which ended up changing its name from the release date to now to the New Avengers. It got very positive reviews. As you can see here, 345 positive reviews from critics, and from the fans, 10,000 plus reviews, and giving it a 93% from the fans and 88% from the critics. So those are extremely positive reviews for Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers. Now, this article, I just saw this today, June 12th, on Variety.com, and the headline, this is going to explain it all here in terms of its box office. Thunderbolts lost millions of dollars despite great reviews. Where does Marvel go next? Okay, I'm going to read just a few paragraphs here. Days after Thunderbolts hit the big screen, Disney CEO Bob Iger was feeling celebratory. He publicly touted the comic book adventure as the first and best example of Marvel's new strategy, referring to the film's positive reception from audiences and critics. And what a relief, following a bumpy few years and a string of poorly reviewed misfires in the franchise. 6 weeks later, i.e. today that I'm recording this, Thunderbolts has cratered at the box office with $371 million globally. It's one of the lowest grossing installments in all of Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe. If this is the second coming of Marvel, the superhero empire might need another reboot. And just 3 more paragraphs here, just to kind of give you some context. Pre-pandemic, 19 of its 22 films at least cracked 500 million globally. Since then, the once Teflon brand has struggled with commercial consistency. Starting in 2020, just 6 of the 13 films have reached the $500 million benchmark. These paragraphs in the end will give a better picture here. Marvel reined in spending on Thunderbolts, aware that its characters hailed from the pandemic-hobbled Black Widow movie and underseen Disney Plus series like Captain America and Bucky and what was the other one? The Hawkeye one and a bunch of other ones. Typically, the studio's tentpoles cost $200 to $250 million to produce and another $120 million to $140 million to market. Thunderbolts was slightly cheaper, costing $180 million to make and close to $100 million to market. That means that the movie cost about $280 million, but it made up to $371 million, not the expectation that the previous Marvel movies have met. Just kind of going alongside with this article, but all is not lost. It says so here on the bottom of the article. Still, Thunderbolts needed to make $425 million worldwide to break even. I figure that seems unachievable. Marvel is unique because it isn't as encumbered as rivals by the profits or losses of a single film. The company can recoup some costs through Disney Plus and other home entertainment markets, to say nothing of the massive revenue streams from merchandising, theme parks, and cruises. And every film between Avengers installments can be viewed as a marketing tool. Case in point, Disney revealed that the motley crew of reformed baddies and Thunderbolts will return in Avengers Doomsday, which is the next big Marvel movie. If audiences missed that chapter, they can always catch up on Disney Plus. So just to give the box office and budget for Thunderbolts. But we're going to end it there. Wrap it up.
Peace!
Bang.